Today, traders, we're going to talk about the importance of writing your trades down, and we'll talk about that next. Good day, traders. I'm Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading, and today we're going to be discussing the importance of writing everything down as you're trading. One of the things that I do is I just have a little $1 notebook that I keep on my desk, and I hand write everything down as I'm going through my trading day, whether it's end of day or the hourly system. And there's a really important reason for me doing that, and mainly that's because of what we know as confabulation. Confabulation is something that affects a lot of retail traders, okay, and that's a fabricated, distorted, or misinterpreted memories about oneself or the world. And basically what that means is that if you're not writing things down as you go along, what happens is that the further you go away from that trade, the less you'll remember in reality of actually what you think you saw or how you traded it or how you executed any of those things, because you didn't take the time to actually journal or screenshot or video the trade and make notes about that. Now, I've said this in other videos, your losing trades especially can really help you learn and get better. And it's critical that you have some sort of way to monitor yourself in live time, to be able to go back and review afterwards, just to keep improving and refining that process. Now, this is a little bit separate from me downloading my account trades into Edgewonk and looking at the metrics that way. This is actually my lifetime feedback, and I also find that by writing things down, it helps to not only visually, kinesthetically, and auditorially, if I read the trades back to myself and I'm talking to myself, helps me just stay in that focused mindset when I'm preparing to enter or exit a trade. So this is just my basic layout. I always have I'll write down a column for the pair, the date of the trade, the type of trade. So in this particular case, I might have 3 or 4 different setups. It could be the 1 hour, it could be an open range break on the daily, it could be a squeeze play, it could be one of these 3 or 4 trade setups that I have. I'll make that notation there. I will screenshot the chart, long or short, my entry price, my 1% stop or whatever percent stop or pip stop that you have in place, and your money stop, your target on that particular trade, if you do indeed have a target, and then your exit price. Now, one of the things that I like to keep track of is the drawdown amount in pips. So for example, regardless if the trade's a winner or a loser, now obviously if it's a loser, I'm going to probably experience the maximum 1% or whatever my maximum stop is on that trade. But on my winning trades, what I try to monitor is, excuse me, how many pips against me do my trades go? Now, in most of my strong trades, very rarely do they come back much at all. But I'd like to keep a 10 block sample size and just monitor each week as well how much heat I take on each of those winning trades. That's just for my own personal information. Now, I like to keep track of, if it's a losing trade, how many pips did I lose? If it's a profitable trade, how many pips did I win? And again, that kind of gives me average loss, average win in terms of my risk reward. I'm looking for that. The dollar result, and then notes. So I have notes on the trades, and I'll often write down a note when I take the trade in relation to the type of trade setup it is. Then I'll review how I manage that process, perhaps if it's an hourly or end of day or whatever it is. And then also looking backwards, did I do that properly? Could I have done better? Could I have extracted more pips out of a winning trade? Could I have gotten out of a losing trade sooner and minimized my downside? Any of those little variables I'm looking to improve. And so I think when you write things down like this, and you're able to go back and just see the progress, you know, in your trading notes, each week you'll just, I think, get better at focusing on your best trade setups, being patient, executing flawlessly. You know, like for example, the hourly system. If you're trading on the close of hourly bars, there's no point in being on the chart in between. Go away, come back. You know, I found that if you're on the charts at earlier times, you'll often enter into the market prior to those bars closing, and 90% of the cases you would have gotten a better fill had you waited for the close of the bar. Just little things like that. Now that's from my own experience. So confabulation, again, this is a really simple way just to start keeping your own notes. And this is just a basic layout of the things that I like to keep track of. And again, this is separate from me downloading my statement into Edgewonk and then looking at those metrics differently from the actual live trade results and the computer spitting out lots of little data for me. So you're likely, if you're not keeping records, again, this is a business. If you approach it like a business, look at focusing on fine details. How can you improve your business performance? How can you improve your trading? You're competing against the best people in the world. They have access to better information. They have better equipment. They're probably better educated. They're probably more experienced, and they probably have access to better training as well. So you're competing against the best performers in the world in these markets. It's a zero-sum game. If somebody wins, somebody has to lose. And if you're looking to improve your results, look at writing things down, improving your skills, looking to sharpen your edge every single weekend where you can improve and get better, and then may the markets go with you. Have a great trading week.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.